Good morning, everyone. It's Natalie, and welcome to my channel, Find Joy in the Journey. It is a crisp fall morning in West Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Grow Zone 9A. Here we go. Over here by the corn. Cabbage patch. Broccoli. I have my bok choy over there also. They are so nice. I think it's time for me to harvest some bok choy. Look at that. Huge. And look at this cabbage head over here. That is better than last season. I guess because I've learned more how to take care of the cabbages. The first time I grew cabbages was in 2023, fall of 2023, and I was just learning. Honestly, that first year of gardening, I was experimenting with everything. The garlic, the potatoes, the cabbages, the broccoli. It was all an experiment just to see if I could do it. And it actually turned out pretty good. Not pretty good, very good. I harvested lots of broccoli. I harvested several cabbages. Grew huge cabbage heads. Well, not huge. This time, this is impressive. If you can go back and look at my old footage from last season, I grew cabbages. But this is beautiful. Look at the size of those leaves. I know those are the outer leaves, but even the cabbage head in the middle. I don't want to put the camera down and give it a squeeze because I know normally give the middle a squeeze to see if it's nice and firm. But I think we know it's growing well. And the bok choy, look at this. This is my first year. I know they're close together. You probably can't tell what is what, but that is bok choy. It's actually a plant called toy choy. And on the label, it actually says pak choy, P-A-K. But it basically is in the same family. Okie dokie. Let's just move on. This is just a quick run through. Over here where my celery is. Celery's doing nice. This is the red cabbages. Quick run through. I won't hold you long. My beans. Now with the beans, basically there's not a lot of beans. It's not like I'm going to harvest enough to go inside and cook some red kidney beans. I just wanted to go ahead and let these plants that I had planted go ahead and continue to grow. I had a struggle with the red kidney beans. And so when these plants actually took and started to produce, I said, I'm just going to let them grow so I can have the experience and learn how to maintain them. And then next time when I grow red kidney beans, it'll be a better experience. But they are actually, it's time to harvest those. See, when they dry out like that and the shells have that tan color, it's time to harvest. As a matter of fact, I probably have left them on there way too long, some of them. So I'll go ahead and open one of those up so you guys can see. But let me finish the quick little walkthrough. Over here we have more cabbages, Cheers cabbage and Chinese cabbage. And I actually read somewhere I'm not supposed to have them growing together. But they seem to be doing fine, so I'm not going to worry about it. Because they're in that same container together over there. They have different needs is what I read. So, but they seem to be growing okay. That's also Chinese cabbage in there. This is my lettuce. That's the butter crunch right there. And over there is something called Paris Island. More mustards right here in the same raised bed as the red kidney beans. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go over here. I forgot the corn. Look at the corn. I did a quick little video, a little short on the corn, but my corn is actually starting to grow its tassels and silks. That's the female part of the corn plant, and that is the male part. So basically that pollen that's on there, matter of fact, I need to start now. I take that pollen and I'm going to shake it. I can probably just give it a little shake now. I prefer to do it by actually hand pollinating, like actually taking one of the tassels and shaking it on the silks right there. Instead of just shaking the stalk itself, I like to just actually take the little tassel and sprinkle it directly on the silks. But yeah, even my corn is progressing well. Let's go back over here where I was. Mustards, my green onions. That's white onion, but look, only one is coming up. I put onion sets in there. So that's white onion, actually, I think. Over here is the green onions. Now, I've harvested from them. They look like they're struggling to come back up. Normally they sprout up after a harvest. After I harvest some of the green onion, they grow quickly, but it's not doing it this time. So I wonder what's going on. Maybe they're overwatered. I'm not sure. But look at the shallots over here. The shallots are doing fine. More mustards. That's a red variety called Red Giant over here. I have another mustard over here. It's much smaller and it's called Mizuna Miss America. More regular Florida broadleaf mustards right here. The collards over here, Georgia collards in that container. Right next to it are the sweet potatoes, Marguerite, Makatia, and Beauregard. Those darker leaves right there, that's the Beauregard sweet potato container. Those vines grow wild. Look at them. They're just all over the place. Let's get you a better look at the celery from this side, from this angle. But they're doing pretty good over here. Tomato plants. These are beefsteak tomato plants, indeterminate. I did a quick little video on this one, where I basically just trimmed off some of the bad looking leaves and retied them to the stake. I'm finally learning how to stake plants better than I have in the past. So, but they're actually growing tomatoes. Cute little baby tomatoes on there. You see? All right. And look over here. Oh my goodness. This look, Big Brother is doing his thing over here. Big Brother and Little Brother, they're next to each other. It's progressing well because I don't see those leaf-footed bugs like I had in the summertime. They were all over the place. And also the leaf-footed bug, the nymphs, the little red bugs, they basically were just sucking all the juice. That's basically what they do. They take the plant, they have this little part of their mouth where they poke a hole in whatever vegetable and they suck the fluid out of it, the juices out of it. And it leaves a misshapen, lumpy vegetable or fruit. So, yeah, that's what happened this summer. Not only that, but also the tomatoes had a hard time with the tomato hornworm. Tomato hornworm. That also gave me trouble this summer with my tomatoes, and also the hot temperatures. It was in the mid-90s, so basically the flowers would not pollinate the blossoms, and so it didn't produce tomatoes. because of the heat. And what they did try to produce was attacked by all those insects that I just told you about. So this is very, very, this is good. I'm very happy about this. I'll finally get some tomatoes. Let's hope they continue to grow. Let's hope we still have enough warm temps in this season before it gets really cold and I can get some tomatoes. Very quickly, let me look at the broccoli and then I'll go ahead and sign off, you guys. Broccoli is doing well. I had a different experience with broccoli last season. I think I grew Green Magic last season and it just seemed different. This is a different variety that I'm growing this season. It's Destiny. It's bigger and bushier. But it's healthy. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be honest with you. I had to water these plants over here. I was just letting you see that the heads are forming. But I had to water these plants. When I came home, everything over in the garden was drooping. And I'm like, but I watered everything yesterday. But I didn't give it a deep watering. And when I stuck my hand down in the container, the soil was rock hard. And I was like, that's wow. I mean, because I was really, really surprised. I'm still thinking about that. It was so hard and dry. I'm like, I need to get to it. So basically, I hooked up my little attachment. Everything was fertilized yesterday too. I just wanted to give it a nice feeding. Everything was fertilized. But I was very surprised how quickly these containers dried out. So I gotta make sure, even now in the cooler temps, I need to make sure that I am watering everything consistently and properly. So everything got a deep watering and also was fertilized. It went much quicker. First of all, because of the cooler temperatures, it was much nicer. I remember having to water everything in the heat of the summer, and it was miserable. I literally was drenched with sweat. But it was a much nicer experience to go ahead and water everything down and fertilize everything in the cooler fall temperatures. But also with the fertilizing, my okra plants, they're still producing, as you can see, but they are on their last leg. So I'm going to make a decision on what I'm going to do with those. So basically, I just wanted to show you real quick that I used this little Miracle Grow fertilizing system here. And basically, I just took the fertilizer, filled the container, following the directions that they have on there, right? The regular Miracle Grow water-soluble fertilizer. But I did something I always do, which is I add the fish emulsion. I add 511 to it. So I put like a tablespoon or two in the little container also. It actually still probably has some left in there. I can use them on the plants in the front yard. But everything in the garden was fertilized, and it went much faster because I used this garden feeder. I wish I had given it a try earlier on because I didn't know it was so easy to use. I did a little short video because in the very beginning I had trouble using it. Water was squirting everywhere. I couldn't get it to work. It took me a few tries, and then I got it working. And I was able to follow the instructions on there because I didn't understand how it worked, but now I get it, and it works fine, and it is a lifesaver. It's going to be less feeding during the fall, I think. So we will see as time goes on. Over here in Greensville, I wanted to let you see this Mizuna Miss America See, that's probably about as big as those leaves are going to get. And next to it, that's the red giant. So they're going to have large leaves, almost the size of the Florida broadleaf. But with the Mizuna that's right next to it, Ms. America, it's not going to be as big. My collards, I do see where some of the collards look like they're struggling down there. So I'm going to have to go and maybe, let's see, maybe harvest some of the leaves. And maybe I already have some greens in there so that I cooked. So maybe I can harvest some of these leaves, blanch them, and freeze them. That's what I'm thinking of doing. So I'll be busy doing stuff like that today. As far as garden maintenance, there's not much to do. I did a lot yesterday. Like I said, I watered everything. I tried to go around and get those ugly little leaves, do a little trimming. And so I did a lot yesterday. So as far as garden maintenance, I think I'm covered. So I think it's time to harvest some of these large leaves and store them. Like I said, I don't need to cook any more greens right now. But I will store them. I will blanch them and freeze them. All right, you guys. I'm going to let you look at the pepper patch real quick before I sign off. Because it's kind of chilly out here. I got a jacket on, but like I said, it is a crisp fall morning in Louisiana. I'm in West Baton Rouge Parish. So, but it's a nice crisp morning, fall morning. So here's the pepper patch. I did come over here and do a little maintenance to the pepper patch. I harvested a lot of the peppers that was on there. Some of them were too small. Some of them had damage. I had neglected the pepper patch for a little while. And instead of like pinching off some of those little blossoms where the plant wouldn't be overtaxed trying to produce too many peppers at one time, I got kind of behind on tending to the pepper patch and to my bell peppers. So you guys will know what I'm talking about. To my sweet bell peppers. This is about 15 sweet bell pepper plants over here and 1 banana pepper plant. Everything else, they're sweet bell peppers. I'm growing California Wonder, Jupiter, and Grand Bell mix. And then your traditional red, yellow, green, and orange, just regular sweet bell peppers. Okay, so it's 15 plants over here. And I just kind of got behind as I was planting the fall garden, planting all the brassicas and everything, and the garlic and the potatoes and all of that. I was tending to that, trying to get my fall garden together and getting rid of those old summer plants that had played out. I actually kind of neglected the peppers for a little while. And so normally when I would come over here, now they were being watered and fertilized. I didn't neglect them to that degree. I just didn't go over here and do what I normally do, which is pinch back some of those peppers so the plant wouldn't be overtaxed trying to produce too many peppers at one time, because that's a lot on the plant. And that's why you get smaller peppers. But if you can pinch off or cut off some of those little blossoms where the plant is only concentrating on growing maybe about, I'd say maybe 6 to 8 peppers on one of these plants at one time, I think you have a better chance of getting bigger peppers, larger peppers. So, like I said, I just wanted to show you the pepper patch real quick. Before I sign off, I'm going to go inside and finish my coffee and get my day started, you guys. I thank you for joining me in the Joy Garden. I thank you for going through my morning inspection with me. And you guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. For those who are out there in Florida who are in the path of this catastrophic hurricane that's coming, I am praying for you. Not only am I praying for you, but I have set the prayer warriors in motion. I put out an alert. I said, prayer warriors, get to it. Your prayer focus is Florida and this hurricane. Milton will not do what you think it will do, because God is a promise keeper, and I believe in God that He will take care of His people. So I'm praying that God will protect everyone who is in the path of the storm. He is in control. So you guys, I'm going to sign off now, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Be blessed. Bye now. All right, you guys, very quickly, I promised you I would show you me hand pollinating the corn. I've done it many times before, but for my new subscribers, and I want to thank my new subscribers for joining me on the journey. So welcome everyone. But I wanted to show you how I hand pollinate my corn. So basically, I'm up here at the male part where the tassels are, and I cut off one of the tassels like this, and then I take it and right here on the silks, I basically tap. That they say it doesn't matter where you hit it on the silks, just as long as you try to cover it, all the little silks, because these little silks are actually connected to the kernels. You know, the kernels that's on the corn cob. These little silks are the kernels. So you want them fully pollinated. If you ever seen a corn cob that has missing kernels on it, that's because it wasn't fully pollinated. So that's why you come out here. Now you can also shake the stalk like this, but it's a chance that it may not fall directly on the silks. So I like to do it this way. I just like to take one of the little tassels and just shake the pollen directly on the silks like this. All right? And you need, as soon as the silks begin to form, as soon as the tassels are ready, then you can start doing that. So even now when it's at this stage, you can do it. I see some more, but I'm not going to record all of it. I just wanted to let you see me do just one of them right quick. All right? Take care, guys.